Just showing you a little update I plan on doing. But first, I'm going to give you a rundown on my Rowbike. I've had this over almost a year now. I know they're expensive if you buy them new. This is an older model. I've done a little bit of updating to it, and in the next video, I plan on showing you a big upgrade. I'm going to put the Nuvinci hub on the back of it. I'm going to try and show how I accomplished that. But if you know Rowbikes, you'll know that I have actually modified this. Probably the biggest modification I made first was to add a luggage rack. One of the downfalls of the Rowbike is there's nowhere to put a water bottle. There's nowhere to carry, as I do, a bicycle pump, bicycle lock, a headlamp, which is removable, but I do just have it on here to display, but it's just simple, a little rubber tab that pulls off here, and I can store that away so it doesn't fall off, it doesn't get soaked with rain, no one steals it when it's on my bike rack. And since I do ride I ride the busiest rail trail in the United States, which happens to be the Minuteman bicycle commuter trail, or rail trail, whatever you want to call it, definitely need a bell to let people know I'm coming, or I'm passing them, going around them, just for being safe on the trail. I have a GPS bicycle speedometer computer. I can figure out how to turn it on. Maybe it needs to be charged. Okay, I guess it needs to be charged, but right there, it uses GPS. It works okay. There's a few areas it doesn't, just because the GPS gets interrupted, but this is that nice stub that Rowbike came out with. It comes out on one side where the power bar connects to, and gives you a place to mount a speedometer in particular, something that if it was up on the handlebar, it would be moving around all the time, and it would be hard to see. And it would, since this is GPS, it would give me really odd readings. The rack itself, as I said, I took two pieces of lightweight. This is actually steel. I'd like to find aluminum, but I just haven't done that yet. And it's just light angle, not very weighty or heavy or anything. I removed the bolt from where mine didn't have the extra holes to adjust the seat stop. It just had one stop all the way on the end. Must have been somebody really tall that rode this before or something. So I just one bolt. The bracket's held underneath here. They come back. This is just a cheapo cutting board from a dollar store. A few bolts, and I got this nice trunk. It's a bike bag. It's got a pocket for my phone. I've got my chain tool in there. A spare link here in case I break a chain, because part of the reason I'm doing this upgrade is I continue to break chains on this because the derailleur just seems to be really hard on the chains. Get that, and this also gives me a nice place I can store a water bottle. I can even bring a larger double wall insulated water bottle in there, and it's easy to get to when I'm waiting at stoplights or just need to stop and get a drink. And then probably the biggest thing I tried to add a Davecam. As you can see, it came out okay. This is a pulley I believe I got at West Marine. I lengthened the bolt. It works okay, believe it or not. That pulley actually wears away one side of the chain, which is not the greatest, and even the shackle that kind of keeps the chain located could be better quality. It works, and I don't know if it really helped me or not. I don't remember really checking it out beforehand to see how it behaved without the Davecam, and in order to do it, that's actually one of those clamps from a bicycle seat. If you're going to change a seat and they clamp onto the post, that's the U-shaped piece right there that would clamp onto the seat post. And all I did was I bent out the little part that stops the tube from going all the way through, attached the end of the chain there. Works okay. I like it, but as I've said, the this derailleur, I've had issues. The chain falls down, the bungee cord comes all the way out. It would actually go under the wheel, and I'd come to a skidding halt. The biggest problem is you got these smaller gears here, which almost don't have a whole lot of change from one ratio to the next. I mean, it really almost feels like you didn't do anything. And then you get this massive chain ring with a huge step. And on this one, it's always felt to me like it was, I wanted something in between. And the Nuvinci hub will give me that. The biggest problem I've had is I've had the chain actually go over this and go down around here, and it pulls everything, and I come to a skidding halt. And I've never crashed, but it's no fun. And I wanted something better than that. I thought about maybe trying to get gear ratios in between here, but I didn't know how to break that up. Nuvinci hub seemed like the best way to go after I priced things out and looked into it. So that's what I have going on here right now. And like I said, I'm going to try and show you the changeover from the old style with a derailleur and a 7-speed to the Nuvinci hub, which I just ordered. It's about a $500 upgrade, and I'm definitely gonna have to shorten the chain, I would think, because of the derailleur. That drop right there is going to go away, and it'll be a whole lot simpler because the gear changes on this are the hardest thing for me to deal with. And most often it will go over this when I'm trying to get back off of it, which is just a huge pain because it means that I've got through the worst part of the hill. I'm now starting back to where I can go into this range, and that's where I come to a screeching halt. So now I'm trying to start out on a hill, and it's no fun. And riding this for exercise, I don't want things that are discouraging. Oh, you can also see right there I have a little tail light that just same thing clips onto the strut right here with a rubber tab, and gives me some visibility if I get caught after dark. Other than that, this is pretty stock. I noticed the new wheel is going to be a little fatter, and I'll show you how I change things.